and welcome to the Third and Long Podcast Monday night game review week. It's week 10, and it's been an interesting week, gentlemen. More injuries as well.
Yeah, well, there's always injuries.
Yeah,
Injuries. Those physios are always busy people.
They
I mean,
are indeed.
How many episodes do we have named the physio table now?
I think we're about
10.
3. Yeah, possibly.
Every week it's just more injuries.
Yeah, standard, isn't it? That's how it works. It's just no wrong mouse. That's what I was trying to do. There we go. I was actually hoping to have a ticker, so it's scrolling across the long bottom.
No worries, I will sort that out for you now.
Cool. Oh, I'm just gonna Super Mac. I finally got my jersey.
Well, shall we start with the Thursday night game, which made me and Ollie look like absolute idiots when we both predicted Baltimore by 2 scores?
Oh, you went 3, I think. To be fair.
Yeah, I said 14 and you said 17.
Yeah.
I mean, did anyone predict that?
Really?
I watched it.
Apparently
5 people in the prediction league.
I watched. I wasn't going to watch it. I thought, you know what, this is going to be an absolute massacre.
To be fair, that's what me and Ollie both said on Monday.
Yeah. I mean, we've both seen Tua. We've both seen how he played in London. We've all seen how he played in London.
Yeah, but
Tua didn't. And then suddenly,
Tua didn't play for that long, though, did he?
He had 8 snaps. No, tell a lie. He had 13 snaps or something like that. 13 attempts of passing. He didn't get picked. He threw 158 yards, which was more than Jacoby's 23 attempts, which was 156. What impressed me the most was that defense. That defense was absolutely superb on Friday morning. They blitzed. I think I read they blitzed Baltimore 27 times, which is more than any other team in the league. Is it a way to show the league that going, if you want to stop Lamar Jackson, you've got to blitz him?
Well, yeah. I mean, we got a few sacks on him the week before, didn't we? And we blitzed him, and obviously Miami must have watched tape on him and thought, well, it's you're gonna have to, aren't you? Because there's no point doing anything off on not being aggressive. You've got to be very aggressive against Lamar Jackson, and blitzing him is probably the only way to do it.
Because if you don't blitz him and give him time, he's gonna run.
Yeah, he is.
And if you don't get to full speed, you don't tend to actually catch it.
Yeah. I mean, he threw for 238 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, which was good. Apart from the interception, to be fair. I don't know. I mean, they're still I think they're ranked seeded 3 at the moment, aren't they?
That's that third seed. Currently on track to play the Patriots, Ollie.
No, we've gone 6 now. We're at number 6, so we'll be against Bills.
No, because.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, 7-2. But we'll come to the Patriots game because I've got a lot of gloating to do in a bit.
Oh, don't worry. We're previewing the Niners tonight. I can't wait.
What, for another massacre?
We usually turn up against LA.
We'll go across. Should we go across to the New England, divisional rivals of Buffalo and New York Jets? That was a bit of a massacre.
Mike White, the legend is over.
Yeah, it lasted a game and a half, 4 interceptions. I mean, Flacco came on and had 3 attempts for 47 yards and 1 touchdown. Then I think it could be a time that we see Flacco probably starting next week.
Yeah. I mean, I actually enjoyed watching the highlights of that game. And it shows that Zach Wilson isn't. I mean, we keep saying this about every single QB at New York, don't we? Zach may not be the problem, 100%.
No, there is a lot of rebuilding to do with that franchise. A lot.
A lot. I mean,
and the GM has got one hell of a
GM, head coach, defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator. They seem to fix one problem one week and create another one the next week.
Yeah.
With New York.
The thing is, I can't remember who the DC is, but Robert Saleh and Mike LaFleur are both first year in that position.
Robert Saleh, isn't he DC at San Fran?
He was DC at San Fran, and we're missing him this year.
Yeah, so it should be a case of defense first. Defense wins championships.
So they say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, where are New York? One of the worst scoring defensive teams in the league at the moment, and that says a lot. But Buffalo looked like the Buffalo of old. They seemed to, when they went back-to-back shutouts, they looked at that franchise again.
Yes.
Which is a bit scary. Especially as we've got to play them twice in the next 6 weeks.
I'm still thinking Buffalo to win the Super Bowl.
The thing is with Buffalo, they're very Jekyll and Hyde.
They are, but
they're what? They are now 6-3. They're 6-3. Shouldn't have lost to the Jags last week.
They were unlucky against the Titans with the Josh Allen slip.
They were unlucky, but they weren't completely at the races that day.
If Josh Allen hadn't have slipped on that 4th and 1 play, they'd have won.
I don't know.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Yeah, I mean, at the Steelers, they weren't at the races, and the Jags, they were.
Yeah, the
wrong Josh Allen turned up in Buffalo.
Week one's basically still preseason.
Yeah,
true, very true.
I'm still sticking to the Cards to win it for me, but we'll go on to them in a.
And Ollie, let's see what you think about the Browns after the performance like yesterday.
Yeah, we'll get to that game in a bit because, I mean, I put on our group chat, didn't I? OC was going to I put it on the Patriots group chat actually. OC is going to rip them apart, I think. They were shocking. We'll talk about it in a bit. Should we go to shock result week number 1 of the week? Down in Washington. Yeah, up in Washington.
Yeah, I watched the highlights of this. I've been watching. I've only managed to watch a few of the Sunday and 60 this week. But
what a game this was!
It was a fantastic game to watch. Even the highlights. I mean, the highlights were exciting. I was thinking, Jesus.
As a neutral, what a game!
Yeah,
I mean, it says something though. I left Gibson and I can't remember who off the top of my head without going for my fantasy. The other Washington player I've got on my team, and they both scored more than Mike Evans.
I had Gibson on my podcast team.
So I mean, Bruce Arians said that Tampa were dumb. They're playing dumb football, which is harsh. That is pretty much along the Jose Mourinho criticism line, isn't it? It might fire them up. This might wake them up. I mean,
he's going to have to. He had to try something, didn't he? Because they weren't. Yeah. They didn't look at the races. They didn't look there. Washington looked hungry. They looked like they were really.
Washington wanted revenge for the playoff game last year.
Yeah, definitely.
I really respect that fourth and goal call by Rivera at the end.
Oh, what? Where he
up by 4th and goal, going for it and getting the touchdown.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. And where's the one where they went for the 2 points as well?
Yeah.
There was another one where they went for the 2 points, didn't go for it, threw it away on purpose, just so Tampa couldn't risk running it in for
that was at the end. That was at the end. Heineke took a knee, didn't he?
Yeah, instead of risking it and Tampa running in for 2 and then getting the ball. It's
after they got the fourth and goal, they took the knee on the 2 points.
Yeah, which very intelligent football.
Well, the game was done by them, but I'm talking about the play. They could have kicked it and gone up by 7, but they went for it, scored the touchdown, and went up by 10.
Yeah, puts the game out the question.
Whereas everyone was saying, kick the point, you're up by 7. And then Brady has to go and score a touchdown.
True. I mean, Heineke 26 from 32 for 256 yards, 1 TD. Antonio Gibson 2 for 6, 2 touchdowns, 64 yards.
Heineke is just impressing all over the board. I think at the moment he's XFL product. I think me and Ollie said the other night, him having that game experience is playing off. It's it's the next step up. It's competitive football. It's college is competitive football, but it's in front of an actual.
It is like men versus boys.
Yeah,
I mean, it didn't really work. It didn't really work out for the other XFL product, but we'll get to
that. I'm trying to remember which the other one was, because obviously PJ Walker played.
That's one. That's what I'm talking about. PJ Walker.
He did alright from what I saw. They absolutely destroyed them, but we'll get that of it.
Yeah, they did, but I don't think he played that well.
Maybe
it was just the Cardinals playing dumb football, really.
Yeah, completely and utterly. Washington have kept themselves, I hope, alive in the playoffs. I mean, any 6-3 team, there's 7-8 games left. Have got a chance out of a wild card spot.
Yes.
Any 3-6 team that says on the Sun Hunt. I think the only team that are really out is probably Detroit now.
Can I just
do this
question, lads, on the thing from Jack? What do you guys think about Heineke? Any chance of being long term?
Well, before the season starts, I said that I liked Heineke.
Yeah,
you did,
and I still stand by that now. I think he's still. I think people are sleeping on Heineke. I think he is a good quarterback, and maybe not a franchise quarterback, but I feel like next 2 or 3 seasons he could be quarterback at Washington.
He's a good stopgap. I wasn't sold on him. He's whenever I've seen him play, he has impressed me of how good he's been. He doesn't turn the ball over. He takes care of the ball. He's good with his feet as well, and he makes sensible options or sensible plays. He doesn't go, like a rookie does. It's where the XFL experience comes from, I think.
When he came in on that Thursday night game, I can't remember who it was against, and we all said that he was we all said that it was going to be a massacre, or that Washington were going to really not hit the ground running. Heineke wasn't going to do all that. But then he came out and won the game, and he looked good. He looked confident. He looked at home with the ball, like OBH says, protects it well, plays sensible football, plays intelligent football. I think he could be the starter for the next few years at Washington.
I feel like he's a good bridge quarterback, but maybe not anything
until
more.
Something comes up. I think I think Washington will need to draft the right QB. But until we find that perfect QB fit, then Heineke's the guy.
This is a very, very, very good chance now to get that O-line in, get the weapons in, get the off defense solid. I mean, because they lost Chase Young now for the season.
Yeah, that's a big loss.
Yeah. Massive loss for them. Okay, yes, he's only had 2 sacks of the season, Chase Young, but he's always double teamed at least.
Better than Jamal Adams.
Yeah, that's not hard.
However, not as good as a certain 97 that's going to be playing tonight.
Joey.
That's going to be playing tonight.
Joey.
That's going to be playing tonight.
Oh, did you hear Joey got traded tonight? No.
Oh, what? The Rams are playing with more.
Yeah, they've got more cap space than the world. Talk about QPs who had an off day. Should we go to Mr. Matt Ryan?
Yes.
I think Dallas got slight revenge.
Is this just Dallas showing about how good they are this season?
I've had no doubt whatsoever how good Dallas will be.
I know.
You know.
Unfortunately, neither have I.
Dak looks hungry. Zeke looks back to his old self, the player that he's supposed to be.
And not that looks Pollard as well.
And I mean, Micah Parsons is looking very good.
Yeah.
And they've probably got the defensive MVP of the season.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
What, don't you think Diggs is going to be defensive MVP?
No.
Is it a certain Nick Bosa you want to give it to?
No, I don't.
Who do you want to give it to them?
I don't know, but just not Trayvon Diggs.
I think that's his sixth pick of the season. He's on target to break the record.
It's his 8th pick of the season.
8th pick of the season, sorry. So he's on record to beat. He's on track to beat the record.
So why is he rated 63rd in PFF then?
I don't get that bit at all. That I don't get, because he's picked. He's had 8 picks. Maybe his coverage is a bit off, but his ball hunting is brilliant.
Yeah, but
some of the times he reads the routes quicker and better than the wide receivers.
Yes, but you can't give it to somebody whose coverage is not that good.
You've got to give it to someone who's having a best season. If you're going to give it to someone, Matt Judon could be another one. He is having a career season.
I'd rather Judon got it than Diggs.
Dak, 296 yards, 2 touchdowns. Cooper Rush even had a little bit of a throw as well, and even Zeke had a throw as well. So it wasn't just Zeke had a 4-yard pass as well. Do Cowboys have it all to go and win the Super Bowl this year?
No.
And
I don't think they're there yet. I think that I still think they're coming together as a team. I think that I'd go as far to say maybe divisional championship game, conference championship game. Sorry, but I don't think they will go to the big one. I think they're not ready yet.
There are too many other good teams in the NFC.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would like to know what
the division sewn up, haven't they?
Yeah, I would like to know what the people watching feel about that. Do you guys think that Cowboys are good enough to go to the bowl this season? Let us know.
I mean, they're lucky that they're in the NFC East.
At least.
Yeah, I mean, it gives them 6 games a year.
It gives them 2 against.
We'll be nice to the NFC East. We'll say 4.
It's 2 against Eagles, 2 against Giants, and 2 against Washington.
New York Giants.
Yeah, 2 against Eagles, 2 against Giants, 2 against Washington.
Oh, I thought you said Jags.
No, Jags are totally AFC.
Yeah, I mean, probably Washington's probably the next best team in that conference. They're probably a couple of years away.
Yeah, probably.
John. Just want to say, John's commented.
Hey, John's in. John Lewis is in as well.
Well, yeah, John's back, but Jack has commented.
Yeah, so Jack, all depends on first round bye. The number 1 seed is much more valuable now. If the Cowboys get that, I think they'll make it.
Big statement there, I think.
With Green Bay, Arizona, who else is on it at the moment? Rams.
Potentially Bucks.
Potentially Saints.
No, Saints have had it without Winston.
Yeah, I mean, they lost yesterday, didn't they? Which we'll get to in a minute.
John Lewis is saying he's not sure. Had a good win last week, but a big loss last week, which I agree. I think without doubt, Dak is the difference. But
is Dak the difference? Because Cooper Rush stepped up and they won.
It was against Buster.
Dak was true. Dak was back,
and we didn't have a good game,
and they wasn't that good. They got absolutely.
Yeah, but was Dak fit last week?
He must have been fit enough to play. They obviously thought he was fit enough to play, so who knows? Tennessee, they're marching on to the number 1 seed, aren't they?
They are. They look extremely good.
I mean, they're unbeaten in the last 5.
Yeah,
they tried to blow it.
Yeah. What's impressive though, they haven't got Derrick Henry, and they haven't got Julio Jones for the next 3 weeks. I was thinking going into when we've got them in a couple of weeks, going, oh, brilliant! They haven't got one of the top wide receivers, and they haven't got, probably what would have been the MVP this season,
arguably.
And yet they've beaten up a good New England Saints, and they won last week quite happily as well.
We need to remember the Saints didn't have Winston, the Saints didn't have Camara though.
Yeah, they didn't have Camara, agree, but it's still a strong Saints defense.
Yeah, but I mean, I can't get past giving all the plaudits for beating a team with Trevor Siemian as the quarterback.
I think Trevor Siemian is doing better than. I think if Trevor Siemian gets a grip of that offense with Alvin Kamara, I think they would have won that game yesterday.
Yeah, but Trevor Siemian couldn't get a grip of the offense because he's not good enough to.
Didn't have a safety blanket though.
True.
Alvin Kamara is what C-Mac is to Darnold. What Baldwin is to Mac now, or Hunter Henry is to Mac.
Kittler's to Garoppolo.
Yeah, if you've got that safety blanket, you're going to throw the ball. It doesn't matter where it goes. 9 out of 10, it's going to stick to his hands. But have we got a couple of videos somewhere, haven't we, as well? We've got to show Thomas.
Oh, yeah, I totally have them ready.
Totally have them ready. Oh, I think I have.
Which ones do you want to show?
Well, if we're talking about, I think there's a New York game on there, a New Orleans game on there, isn't there? Here we got that's Cardinals. That's Washington. That's that one. That's Jacoby Myers' first touchdown.
Oh yeah, Jacoby Myers got his first touchdown, didn't he?
Yeah, we were talking about that on Thursday night, weren't we? We'll get to it in a minute. I mean, yeah, New Orleans don't look the same without Winston. They are going to be a weaker team without Camara. Ingram did all right. He picked up a couple of TDs.
Yeah, Ingram played well. I mean, he looks happier back in New Orleans, in my opinion.
Yeah, 1 touchdown, 47 yards rushing, and he also had 61 yards receiving as well. I mean, he does look happy there. He will get better there. But, yeah. If we roll on to Jacksonville almost had back-to-back wins for the first time in God knows how long.
Jacksonville getting good just before the Niners play them next week.
Yeah. I mean, I Jacksonville are growing on me ever since I watched them live. They are growing on me. They came very, very close.
Kicker missed a kick though. I noticed that.
Yes.
He can nail 250-yarders in London, but
he nailed a 56 yesterday.
He also missed, 35?
I can't remember that one was. But yeah, he nailed a 36 yesterday. 56 yards yesterday. Yeah, there's a ball security issue with Trevor Lawrence. He fumbled at the end, which gave Indy the win. Yeah, Jacksonville are starting to get better. If they had a non-rookie quarterback there, I think they might have won the game. I mean, I haven't seen it properly. I've only in and out of what Red Zone was showing. Trevor Lawrence is a good quarterback. We've seen him in London. We've seen he can do the thing. But yeah, I think they're a few seasons away yet, Jacksonville. And Indy are 4-1 over the last 5 games. That's creeped up very quietly.
Yeah, they turned over the Niners in that awful game.
How many games have been the Niners' awful games this year?
No, I'm more referring to I'm referring to the weather.
If we're going to talk about awful games, shall we go to the tie game?
I really don't want to talk about this game.
I wish we had Freddie on for this one because that would be absolutely brilliant.
Oh, I'm in a group chat with Freddie.
Oh, I've seen enough of him what he said on Facebook today.
I mean, neither team deserved to win.
Yeah, I mean, there was missed kicks. I mean, that Detroit Lions
Well,
kick,
that kick was awful.
To go on to win the game, it looked like something like my youngest took it. There was no effort into it, nothing. I mean,
I think that's a bit of an insult to Finn, to be honest, Ollie.
Yeah, that's very true.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was 47 yards. I don't even think it made 34 yards. I don't even think it made the end zone, did it? It looked like I've got this, I'm just going to tap it over. No. I don't even know why they got rid of the original kicker. They said on commentary to save money, then someone needs to be fired for not getting their budget cap ready.
Yeah, well, that's a finance cap issue, isn't it? That's
very much so.
That's not even the GM. I don't think that's the financial people.
It's the finance who hold the. It's the GM. He would know how much is left in that cap.
Or at least he should.
Mm.
Yeah, unless someone's not commenting. No, someone's not telling him.
Yeah, there's no communication, is there? Yeah, I don't think we need to talk about any more of that game.
One more thing.
Missed kicks, interceptions, fumble. Nobody wanted to win. You're very right, Mr. Lewis.
The fumble at the end of overtime. Yeah. I mean,
good? No, I'm going to give that to the defense. I'm going to say that was very good defense.
Yeah, but I'm saying just get down and at least give your kicker a chance.
He didn't even need to take it. They were over the field goal line.
I mean, it would have been about a 60-yarder, but I mean, at least give your guy a chance.
I think it was 57. I think they gave it up. And he was over that anyway, so he would have had a chance.
Yeah,
spike the ball, stop the clock, give yourself 4 or 5 seconds to kick the ball. That's what I've done personally. But hey, I'm not a head coach.
But yeah, I'm convinced neither team wanted to win that game.
No, definitely not.
Ollie, do you want to take this next one?
I've already said it once tonight. OC's going to have a field day. Apart from the first drive, Cleveland drive, where they absolutely like a hot knife through butter with us. New England went 45 points unanswered. Absolutely destroyed them. Our running game was brilliant. There were 3 plus 90-yard touchdowns, which is the most in the Belichick era at New England. Belichick now goes 7-0 against Cleveland since taking over New England. Mac looked superb. There was some really nice touches, really nice finesse touches, and Jacoby Myers touchdown. Please play, because that felt
Jacoby Myers. What is it? Is this his third season?
Third season. Over 1,500 reception yards, 139 completions from 169-yard attempts. And that's what I saw on Facebook earlier, and that's just me remembering. Actually, it was TikTok I saw there. On CBS on TikTok. The lad has deserved it, and it showed with all of his team.
Yeah, the entire team.
The entire team went to him. And I think even Bill had a smile on his face, which says something.
Yeah, I mean, they've been trying for weeks now.
Yeah. And the only downside is it came from Brian Hoyer, not Mac Jones. But both Brian and Mac Jones went over 150 passer ratings.
Are we ready to show it?
Yeah, Hoyer the Destroyer.
Hoyer the Destroyer, yeah. This is going to sound great on the podcast.
I know, that's what I was just thinking. There we go.
Backs the ball, throws to the outside. Jacoby Myers. There it is, his first touchdown.
I love the dive. The dive, just to make sure. Was superb.
Myers, which is what he came.
I will say that the Cleveland player got injured. He got cast off, got neck brace, strapped up everything on the cart. He has been released from hospital with neck strain, so nothing serious on that one. Touch wood, thank God for that, because it looked nasty.
That did look bad.
When you had players from both sides kneeing around him, make sure he's okay and all that. So thank God he's okay on that one. You in England, now 4-1.
Yeah, they're firing themselves up into that.
They're number 6 seed at the moment.
Yeah.
They've got 4 very winnable games in the next 7. They've got Buffalo twice and Tennessee in literally 3 weeks. So they've got to beat Atlanta on Thursday night. So that gives them a mini bye going into Buffalo. And then they got a bye, Indy, Buffalo. And then they finish off with Miami and Jacksonville. I could see them making the playoffs. I don't think they're going to go and beat them for the rest of the season because Buffalo, depends which Buffalo turns up. But we know Bill will have a scheme to stop players. And he'll sort out a team, sort out his scheme, sort out plays to stop teams because that's what Bill Belichick does.
Yeah.
He is the Lord of Master.
Tom, do you want to take the next one?
Yeah, 1 second then. Let me get the banner up for this one.
I've already done that.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so yeah, I am very, very shocked when I was watching this.
I mean, I did make. I remember I made Minnesota my banker and then predicted the Chargers.
I thought we were going to get battered. I really did, and I thought that
everyone did.
We weren't going to turn up. I mean, do I think it's papered over the cracks? Yeah. Do I think we've still got a lot of work to do before we're anywhere near ready to do anything in the league? Yes. Do I think it's the team? No. I think it's the coach. The coaching, well, the head coach and the offensive coordinator, definitely.
Zimmer out.
And
did I keep that one? Because I had a bit of a cut.
I deleted it, unfortunately. But I still think that there's a lot of work to do. Kirk looked good, though. I have to admit, I did like how he played. I mean,
Kirk is looking very good this season.
It's when he takes over his when Kirk is happy with the play calling and he can feel like he can get behind it, he's very good. But when he feels like he's running it, and that's it, he was able to pass the ball yesterday. He was throwing it a lot more. Cook still looked good when he had the ball, but we were using him a lot less.
I did think at one point when you were fourth, you were in goal. Cook was stopped at the first attempt, the second attempt, and the third attempt. I thought they're going to try it again, and he's going to get stopped. And I was expecting a barrage of messages on our group chat, and it's like, no, he actually passed it to Coughlin. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
I mean, like we've said, we've got the best 1-2 punch in the league. I think we've got a good tight end. We've got our third wide receiver is not too bad,
and a decent fullback.
And I just that's all I'm asking, that we use them. We've got Jefferson and Thielen, who are as reliable as any.
They were targeted 18 times, Jefferson and Thielen.
Yeah.
Receptions 14, just over 200 yards in.
And you can tell when Jefferson's having a good game because he doesn't sulk. He had a bit of a chat with who was it? I can't remember who it was, but I'm surprised he didn't get done for taunting.
No,
Adam Thielen did.
It's almost as bad as that taunting call on bloody Thursday night.
Well, he had a bit of a go at him in the press. I can't remember what he said. I can't find the thing. But yeah, he went all in on the officials, which will be interesting.
Yeah, well, I think we've got another taunting call to talk about in a minute.
No, yeah. Oh. Well, it's ridiculous. It's a joke. But
so somebody was back, weren't they?
First play runs in. There's a video of that one, Tom.
And he made sure.
I'm back. Yeah, you're gonna get done for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, it's because
Really?
it's because he took off his helmet.
I don't like that rule. I've never liked that rule. Let the
I mean-
players show. Literally, it's popped up on the NFL right now as we are talking about it. Yeah, I don't like that rule. I've never have liked that rule.
It's
The
like
fans
it's like
want
it's
to
like
see the
DK
players
Metcalf.
expressions
It's
done.
like DK Metcalf last week that got
When he
done
hugged the
15 yards
goalpost.
for hugging the goalpost. Yeah,
It's crucial catch. He's caught the goalpost. Let him catch the goalpost.
but yeah, it was the fact that he took off his helmet that
Yeah, it's another
because
silly
when
play on that
when
one.
Rodgers was screaming at the Chicago fans, he didn't get done.
Yeah, but we know Rodgers is loved by the league. Crying out loud, knew it. It sounds like Green Bay are going to get away with it. And Rodgers is going to get away with it.
Good job I was on mute then. Right, anyway, let's get this video shown.
Yeah,
before
let's
I
show
say
Cam's
something
video.
I regret. Well, I won't even regret it. So, right, ready?
Let's go.
Let's do this.
McCaffrey split out wide to the right. Newton takes the snap, and he is in for a Panthers touchdown.
And that's taunting.
Yeah,
I'm back.
that's ridiculous.
Flag.
Yeah, that's harsh. I mean,
The
bloke got
taunting
cut.
calls
The
are
bloke
just
got cut in
ridiculous.
August, Yes, it's gone from a nasty injury that he's been pulled back, and he will be starting this week. Who Carolina got this week?
You're never going to move that, even though you say you will every podcast.
So they've got Washington this week. I just want to see the back of my head, as the kids call it, my sunroof. Yeah, I mean, not only that, but Arizona looks shocking. I think it's the same. Colt McCoy is the same as for Mike White. Personally,
Yeah.
it's first week. Hey, look what I can do. Second week, oh crap, this is what I can do. Actually, really, he didn't look brilliant at all. And it always shows that weird banner up on the side, so I can't actually get the stats up, which really annoy me.
So,
I mean,
gents, I'm gonna have to sign off for tonight.
oh,
I've got my tea ready. I'm sure that you guys have coped this long without me, but I will announce my return next week. I am back full time on the Monday and the Thursday show.
Just before you go, predict the game tonight.
I'm gonna go, and Ollie's gonna love me for this, Mr.
Which
Hope.
one?
I'm gonna go with San Fran. I'm gonna go with San Fran by a score.
Okay.
So yeah, thank you very much, ladies and gents.
Good night, Tom. I'm disappointed you haven't worn your jersey though, man.
I know.
Yeah, we've got these rookie QB vibe going on, and then
Yeah.
But yeah, right, gents. I'm
Cool.
hoping this doesn't end the broadcast. Bye.
You can just leave the studio, I think, man. This is where the broadcast stops. Hey, it's just me and you.
and then there were two.
Philadelphia, Denver.
Yeah, I mean that. Do we have that interception as a video or not?
I can't seem to put them on. Tom can only put them on.
There's the Darius. that Darius Slay interception for what was it, like 98 yards?
Oh, what? Where you literally ripped out Melvin Cook's hands?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did put it on the group chat, but unfortunately I can't add it on. But yeah, the Eagles have turned a corner now, haven't they?
Yeah.
I must admit, I missed the last quarter last night of the last game because I was so tired. I fell asleep.
I went to bed at half-time last night. So,
but yeah, I mean, Jalen Hurts is the fourth QB. Surpassed 2,000 yards, 500 plus yards, and 5 TDs in their team's first 10 games of the season. Murray, Lamar Jackson, and Robert Griffin III.
RG3, that's a blast from the past.
It said something though. I mean, not only that, Devontae Smith looked like everyone when he won.
That catch for the first TD.
He is a hell of a player. He's
He's the Heisman Trophy winner for a reason.
Yeah, and a lot of people think he shouldn't have won it, and I can see why. I can see both arguments of the story because he does go missing, and he has gone missing for 2 or 3 games this year. I have him in one of my fantasy teams, and quite often he's scored less than 6 points.
Yeah, but he has an athletic ability that not many other players have.
Very much so. I mean, it's
There's not really that much we can say about this game, really, is it?
no, it was poor. I think this next game was making me fall asleep. 3-0 at half time.
I mean, it just
Yes,
makes me
it
so
was too
happy
rusty.
that Seattle got shut out with Russ. First time they've been shut out with Russell Wilson.
A lot of the thing was, I mean, Russ only had the rod taken out of his hand this week.
He shouldn't have been playing.
I don't think he should. I think they would have had a better chance with Geno this week. Let Russ have an extra week, because he would have had the plaster taken off then. He would have played a lot better, I think. But not take away from Green Bay. Their defense was superb. I mean, both defenses were superb.
Their defense is superb, and they don't have Zadarius Smith or J.R. Alexander at the moment.
Yes. Which is a bit spooky, scary. Sorry, I mean, they're seeded number 1.
As they should be.
It is close between those top 3 teams, I think, in the NFC.
Who are you calling the top 3?
The top 3 are there on the seeding at the moment. Green Bay, Cardinals, and Cowboys.
Not putting the Rams in the mix?
They're not on the top 3 at the moment of the seeding.
Yeah, but that's just because if they were in like any other division, they'd be top of their division.
Oh god, yeah. They'll be, it's it is very, very close in the NFC. Very, very close. Yeah, I mean Green Bay, they're looking good now.
Yes.
I mean, that was always the slight issue that I had about them, which was the defense side of it. But they shut out, someone who's got Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf and Aaron Collins and a returning Zach Wilson, or Russell Wilson, sorry.
Yes.
Zach's just been traded over.
Anyway, on to the next game where Patrick Mahomes looked like Patrick Mahomes.
I will let you take the lead on this one because I've not seen this game as of
I've not seen the game, but I've seen the stats.
I haven't even seen that, if I'm honest.
It was Patrick Mahomes, 405 yards, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions.
The only thing I have seen from Patrick Mahomes is his left-handed pass.
Yes, I said yes.
His old trick plays again.
I saw the first half of this game.
The problem is, I think now the issues of Las Vegas are now going to hit them hard.
Yeah, I mean, Vegas looked good, but I mean, the Gruden issue, then the Bugs issue is just, I think it's hit them for 6 a bit, to be honest.
Yeah, they are going to struggle. I mean, they're in a difficult conference, in that difficult division, sorry. I mean, they are 3rd in that division behind what looks like a resurgent Kansas City, on and off LA Chargers, and could be a returning Denver Broncos. Denver could be going. There's only one game separating Denver in 4th and Kansas in.
I mean, I think KC resurgent. Mahomes is looking good. He's back firing with Kelsey and Hill.
So their next game is Dallas. That's huge.
Oh, what a game that will be.
Then they got Denver, Raiders, Chargers. So all 3 divisional matchups. Steelers, Bengals, and Denver to finish up with. It's going to be a hell of a run-in. I could see them probably picking up 3-4 of those games.
I mean, Dallas will be massive next week.
Yeah. Dallas will Dallas put down a marker on that one. They'll put, I've always thought if you can shut out Kelsey and Hill in KC, you can win.
I'm assuming that's a primetime game.
Believe it or not, no, it's not. It's on a Sunday, either 1 o'clock or 4 o'clock kickoff.
Can we flex? It wouldn't be. I mean, they can't flex it now, but I'm very surprised by that.
I have heard the rumor that New England, Tennessee is going to be flexed. NBC are trying to flex that game.
Because I know New England are primetime this week, aren't they?
They're Thursday Night Football against Atlanta, which gives us that mini bye, which is quite nice going into Buffalo. No into Tennessee, which is quite nice. Tonight's game. Talk us through it, Ollie.
Okay, so I'm a bit confident because the last 4 times we played the Rams, we've beaten them.
Okay.
I feel like Shanahan has a bit over McVay, but I mean, Goff was the quarterback.
True.
Which is the worrying bit.
I
don't know. I think it's going to be close.
I think you are struggling a lot this season.
Yeah.
So, for the podcast point of view, John Lewis is a Raiders fan, and he's just gone, I haven't seen this game either, and I don't think I'll be catching up.
So I will be watching the Niners game tonight, but yeah. I think the Rams by 3, 27-24.
I'm going to say Rams by 10. I think the Rams will come to play.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'd be interested to see how many snaps Odell gets.
I don't think he'll get many.
I reckon you'll probably count it on one hand.
I mean, it's going to be interesting because now they don't have Robert Woods.
Yeah, how quickly has he learnt the playbook? How quickly can they or are they just going to go, because they like running the trips normally on the strong side. Just trying to think. Yeah, on the strong side, they normally run the trips.
Yeah, I would think Cup will be obviously Cup will be the first. I think Van Jefferson might be WR2 and Odell WR3 for this game.
More likely.
And obviously Tyler Higbee and Darrell Henderson.
Most definitely. AFC playoff picture.
Just let it
run. Odell Beckham got to have a few passes, or his dad will be on the phone. John Lewis. He says. I mean, Odell says he's gone home. He's come home. He's come back to City.
I'm not sure if you guys saw, but John Lynch said that last time we played Cleveland a couple of years ago, he asked John Lynch to trade for him.
Really? Wow. I wouldn't expect him to see him in San Fran. I mean, he's an LSU boy, isn't he? So he has come home.
But how is that coming home? I don't understand that.
I don't know myself.
Because LSU's like the other side of the country.
Yeah, I don't get that. I just thought about it in my head, just click them. But yes, that doesn't right. AFC playoff picture running across the bottom of the screen now. Titans, the number 1. Bills 2. Ravens 3. Chiefs 4. Steelers 5. Mac Jones 6. Patriots 6. Chargers 7.
I can see the Bengals have fallen apart, really.
They dropped 4 places since the last one.
But
the Raiders have dropped 4.
Yeah, but the Bengals and Raiders haven't won for ages.
Colts 10, Browns 11, Broncos 12. Can you see any of those outside now catching them?
Potentially the Colts.
I think it's going to be Chargers or Steelers going to fall away. I think.
Well, I mean, if we look at last night's performance, then I can't see the Steelers doing much.
No. The AFC. NFC North is tight still. AFC South sewn up. AFC West, East, and South are tight. There's a game between the top 2 in the AFC East. There's 2 games between top and bottom in the NFC North.
Ollie.
And 1 game. Yep.
You're wishful thinking that Bills have got the AFC East. Yes. Yes.
I'm not going to go yes. I'm trying to get this to do this. I think
There you go, Ollie.
Thank you. I couldn't do it for some reason. It all depends on 3 games for New England when they've got Titans, Bills,
And the other Bills?
Colts, Bills. So it's 4 games. It depends on them 4 games. If we can have 2 wins, 1 against Buffalo, it's all to play for them, I think. I don't think it's game, set, and match yet. NFC.
Onto the NFC.
Green Bay 1, Cardinals 2, Cowboys at 3, Bucks at 4, Rams 5, Saints 6, Panthers 7, Vikings 8, Falcons 9, Eagles 10, your lot 49ers at 11, Washington at 12.
I mean, win tonight and win with a shot.
Yeah, I mean, NFC East and NFC North pretty much sewn up now. Sorry, Tom. I can't see Vikings getting back into it.
I think the NFC South too.
You think Tampa's sewn up?
I can't see the Saints getting back in with a shout. And the Falcons and Panthers aren't on the same level.
I mean, if you do win tonight, yes, you go to 4-5, but that still puts you 3 games back.
4-6.
No, it says 4-5 on the NFL page.
Maybe I'm just assuming we've already lost and thinking 3-6.
Probably, I think you already lost, mate. Yeah, the NFC West is probably the closest division. It's, obviously if Rams win tonight, I think they go 1.
7.
I think they'll go number 1 if they win tonight.
Yeah, I think they'll go 8-2.
Yeah, they will go 8-2, but I think they'll put them 1. I can't remember how they work it out. Yeah, it's getting close. I mean, the top 5 are pretty much sewn up, aren't they?
Yes.
The top 5 are there and thereabouts. Saints, Panthers, Vikings, Falcons, and even Eagles are probably going, we've still got a chance, even probably you boys, we've still got a chance to get in here.
Washington still have it. All 12 of those that we've mentioned still have a chance. The only people that don't really
Detroit.
are the Lions. Are the Lions mathematically out yet?
So they've got 7 games.
Yeah, they're 0-8-1, aren't they?
Yeah, so they've got 7. Yeah, they're out. No, 8 games. They could go 8-1. I can't see that happening. Jared Goff picked up some kind of back injury, hasn't he? By the looks of it as well. He was struggling yesterday. Yeah, yes. He threw like half a dozen times, I think, or a dozen times yesterday. It's starting to look more clearer now who the playoff teams are, aren't they?
Yes. So on to Thursday, I believe we'll be doing a slightly after mid-season review.
Slightly late mid-season review. Obviously, Patriots on Thursday Night Football, so I will be in my Patriots jersey. I might be on the Mac Jones fanboy stage that day.
We'll be reviewing the Niners game.
Yeah, biggest week. So John's asked, biggest upset this weekend: Washington, Panthers, or Dolphins?
Dolphins for me, just because they've been so bad all season.
I don't know. That's a tricky one.
I don't think the Panthers, because again, the Cardinals were without Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, that's true. Washington. I'm going to say, for diversity, I'm going to go for Washington. I think, because not the fact of the result, how bad Tampa were. I think I'm going to go for that one. How badly Tampa were.
John, what do you think the biggest upset was?
Most definitely. Let's have your prediction, John.
But yes, it was definitely, again, this weekend and last weekend, there were some weird results.
There has been a couple of weeks. I want, it's starting to be, it's a longer season now. I think the lack of pre-seasons may be thereabouts, might give it some dodgy results.
The thing is, there was a pre-season though.
Yeah, it was only 3 weeks, unlike the usual 4. So it gives them less time. I don't know. It's thrown up some interesting results. Mr. Hope, I think it's time to say goodnight and go and see Emily in England to put past San Marino. If it's not 5,
Hi, Finn.
I'll take the earphones out.
So what's
Hello.
Hello.
He's got bubblegum lolly around his face.
So John agrees with you, Ollie, saying that Washington was the biggest one.
Yeah, it's Panthers had Cam Newton effect. Yeah, I get that. Cam was back.
He made sure everyone knew he was back.
I think the whole league and the rest of the world knew he was back. I've got a little one to go and sort out now. I'm going to go say goodnight and
Yes.
see you all on Thursday night. Stay safe all.